Hey there, Supalama here. I've got another challenge lock for you guys. This one is a schlage, just a normal schlage C keyway. This will be actually my second attempt recording this because my card decided to corrupt on me. But this lock didn't come with a key, so I made one because it was a fairly easy keyway for me to get. So there is the filed key for TKO, and it does work very well. Try to get this out of the way so that way you guys can see it a little better. There it is, no problem, in and out. I'm going to try and pick this again on camera, and hopefully the card doesn't corrupt on me. So I'm going to drop that a little bit. Let's see here. I do remember that this lock didn't like heavier tension. If I can get things a little oriented better here. Okay, a little click off of 2, click off of 3. That felt like 4 or 5. Most of the noise is my pick falling off the edge. That felt like 3, that's 2. It's 2 again. Nothing on 1. A little bit of feedback there. There's a nice click on 4. There's a nice click on 5. Some feedback on 5 and click. Let's see here. A little graze on what felt like 2 or 3. Getting some feedback. Very crunchy on that one. I got a little bit of a turn. Oh, there. I think I just grazed 3. Got a deep fault set. I think it's just 1 I have to pick here. Just getting under is a bit of a pain. Okay, good feedback. And I believe that is open on 1. Yep, that is an open. I'm not used to being open on those deeper false set because of my own challenge locks that I've done. Okay, so let's crack this open and show you guys what's on the inside. Let's see here. Now that I do have a key, I can lock this up, so I will. Key and follower. I'm going to flip this around. There we go. Now again, this lock did come without a key, but he did thread chamber 6, but he never filled it up. So that would be my only gripe so far about this lock, is that there was no key. The 6th chamber all the way through, I believe, was threaded, but he never added anything in there. So I will go into detail with these pins after. Very, very powerful springs on this as well. They're all the same, but they're very, very strong copper springs. That might be partially due to having the cut screws for grub screws on the top. What is that like? Oh, like that. Something like that. And the final copper spring. Like that. Okay, so first we'll go over the lock body, which was... Focusing. Chambers 1, 2, left standard, 3, 4 is threaded, 5 is standard chamber, 6 was threaded, but again, no pins. Up top we have number 1 threaded, 2 left standard, 3 is threaded, 4 and 5 appear to be untouched. Where is a deeper hook here? I can feel it. This one. Let's see. Yeah. 4 is untouched. 5 is untouched. I don't know if you guys can see that. 6 again threaded, but no pin. I'll take these off here to make it a little bit easier. Here is the key pins, and I believe those are in the way they should be. Yep. Okay, so key pins. Slightly serrated, slightly spooled, not very deep cuts, but they would be good if you overset. This one's more of a mushroom-like spool. This one is a gradual spool on chamber 3. 4 again, gradual spool. 5 is a bit odd because it's actually really, really thin, and I'll show you guys in a minute. But it's more like a say more of a spool lancerated at the bottom. On the top we've got almost like the acid style old whiskey bottle, or gin bottles as Tumblr likes to call them. They're like a gradual spool. This appears to be a standard, but it also appears to have been turned on a Dremel or something, because there does appear to be some turning marks on it, so I don't know if maybe you had to turn it down to get that to size. Chamber 3, we've got a double, I'd say that's a double spool almost. Very nice. I want to keep these in order. 4, another gradual spool, but it looks like it's got an extra little notch in it, kind of like a Christmas tree. Hold still. And 4, again, this gradual spool looking guy here. So, I'll show you guys what I mean with this pin 5. It's in a standard chamber. If you guys can see, if it'll focus, that pin flops around in there, whereas the rest of them fit in there just fine. So this one flops around, but all the rest of them are in there. That one's a little floppy, but it's alright. So let's see what how these sit naturally. So that's how it sits naturally. Does a pretty decent job. I have talked to TKO, and he does know about the whole card corruption thing. So sorry about this video being put out in such a late time. I know I've had this lock for a little bit. He did say if I would make any changes, go for it. So I'm just going to change this standard pin over into chamber 3, and this pin over here. Even though it's not threaded, there's 2 cuts in here, so that's going to give it a little bit more of a grab to it. And this standard will still do its job of holding the core from flopping around because there is just enough in there to hold it still. Actually, it would probably be better to put the standard elsewhere as well. Let's see. No, that's pretty deep. Nah, we'll leave it there. So, that's really the only 2 changes I would make, is if you're going to send a lock without a key, and you're going to put work into that 6th chamber, fill it. Even if you can't get a key for it, don't worry about it. Maybe I can. Other than that, yep, 5 copper springs, very strong. Just going to put this down here, hopefully it doesn't roll over. He did mark it with, I believe that's TKO 11 on the back. If that will focus and show you guys. Hopefully you can see that TKO 11. I couldn't find any grub screws to replace the top, so we're just going to have to live with the sharp cut screw heads. There's cut screws. Where did I put that key again? I will give you a key tag. I'll probably print off your name on there. There is a blank key on there in case something else goes awry with it, but again, there's the bidding, and thanks so much for the lock, and thanks for watching.